Hey there, happy Saturday to you. Hope you're having a good start to your day. Integrity is the topic I want to talk about this morning. And that means to do what you say you're going to do. That means to stick to your word. It's a powerful transformational tool, something that you can practice and work at. And I can tell you now, I've been practicing it for many years, getting better every day, probably a decade now. And I do see the difference. Not perfect, I'm not where I'd like to be, but I do see the difference. Tony Robbins says, he's the master of his domain. He doesn't negotiate with his mind. I actually put that into my affirmations. So every day when I do my affirmations, I repeat that. I'm the captain of my ship, the master of my soul. I will not negotiate with my mind. And I did this because I found myself, constantly saying I'd do something. Whether it's, I'm going to get up tomorrow and go for a swim, just something simple like that. Or whether it's something bigger, I'm going to go out there and I want to achieve this, I want to do this, I'm going to have this goal, and then you don't go and do it. And the simplest analogy or example I can give is when I say, I'm going to go for a swim tomorrow. I don't set any particular parameters to that. And I don't really think on it too much more, other than that it's a nice thought and that's what I want to do. And then the next day I don't wake up in time, or I wake up and it's cold or whatever, and I make that excuse, say, you know what, I'll just sleep in this morning, I'll do it later, or I'll do it tomorrow. That's not having integrity to oneself, in my opinion. And I think it's very powerful if you can start to tell yourself that you're going to do what you're going to do. So, hey, I'm going to wake up in the morning at 5:30 and I'm going to go for a swim. And then doing it. And it's like a muscle, you build it, right? There's going to be times where you give in to your mind wins over. But the more you win, the stronger that muscle will get, and the easier it is to then do what you're going to do. Do what you say you're going to do and stick to your word. I think it's a really powerful tool, integrity. If you're not being integral to yourself, I think you're going to find yourself just going with the wind, like a ship without a rudder, no destination really that you're heading towards. And that might be okay for some people. For me, it's not. I like to have purpose. I like to have direction. I like to think that I can live my life fully and without regret. And that's what I'd like for you, if that's what you want, of course. Because I think if you can wake up and you can be a person of integrity, a person of integrity to oneself, stick to your word, do as you say you're going to do, then you'll go out there and achieve great things. You will go out there and live more, with more purpose, live more fully, and you'll live a more joyous life. And that's what it's all about, right? So enjoy that thought, live with more integrity, do what you say you're going to do.